like this.
Orlando's very own talk show. I'm your host, Marc The Dreamer, and if you're just not tuning in, this is the show where we get the topics that are relevant to you, and we get it from the perspective of the men and the women today. So on my distinguished panel, I have Daph to my right, representing the ladies. And then I have to my left, Cadet, who's gonna be representing the fellas. And today's topic is opposite sex friends. When you're in a relationship, of course. So let's get it from the ladies, of course, ladies first. How do you feel about opposite sex friends from a female perspective in a relationship?
Talk to us, Daph. How do you feel about this?
I'm iffy about it. There's a lot of pros and cons, but there's more cons. So I would say I'm a little bit more against it.
You're against opposite sex friends when you're dating, okay. One relationship. Now, Cadet, talk to me from the fella's perspective. How do you feel about opposite sex friends?
Listen, I'm cool with it, but it's certain questions that I'm gonna ask, and if I don't like the answer, then I gotta be dead.
So certain questions off rip?
Straight up. Because I got a female friend that I've known since I was 7, you feel me? And I'm 28 now, and yeah. So I have a different perspective on it than others.
Okay. All right, we just heard from both of our panelists on the side they're taking on this topic today, which is opposite sex friends when in a relationship. But what we do on the Fix is we try to get basically the perspective from the street team, which is hosted by Jasmine. So right now we're gonna go to the streets of Orlando and we're gonna figure out how they feel about this topic, opposite sex friends when in a relationship. We'll be right back.
So my question is, when you're in a relationship, how do you feel about your significant other having friends of the opposite sex?
I'm great with that. In fact, I was in a relationship where the man felt that I should not have men as my friends. I've had it all my life. I'm confident, I'm sexy. And plus, women learn a lot from men. Without men to grow us, we don't learn how to be the right type of women.
It's important so that I have someone to defer to when I know that I'm right.
Okay.
So I can be like, no, ask Candace. She's gonna back me up on this one.
Personally, I feel like that's more a security thing. Like, if you know your girl, you know y'all relationship, the friends that she's had, especially if they were friends before y'all got together, like, that shouldn't be any infringement in your relationship.
Okay, I only really have like one real experience with relationships, I guess. That was like a no questions asked, not allowed, for either. Which is totally opposite of what I want in my next relationship. There should be trust, like a certain level. Like, you shouldn't feel like just because they're with somebody of the opposite sex that something's gonna happen, because I have a best friend that's a guy, and let me tell you, nothing's gonna happen.
Welcome back to the Fix. We just heard what the streets of Orlando thought about our topic, which is opposite sex friends when in a relationship. And we had some interesting people. And the streets of Orlando had a few things to say. Cadet, tell me what is your thought on what the people were saying?
I would say I agree with, I guess what the person was trying to say, security, but I would say it's a trust factor. Like, you got to be able to trust the person. And then with the girl that was at first she and her partner both just agreed not to have opposite sex friends.
Yeah.
And then she said, well, I don't have a problem with that because my good friend is a male. I feel like she just did it as well, if you're telling me I can't have male friends, then you can't have female friends.
She was forced to do it. It's not exactly. That's what she believed in.
Yeah. I mean, I like I said, my opinion is definitely different on that.
Daph, what was your thought on that with the streets?
I kind of feel like a lot of the people weren't really that secure in their answers, for one. I don't think they were really being honest with themselves. I think they kind of said things that they think people want to hear. As far as the girl that Cadet was just talking about, her compromising what she really believed in because of her relationship, saying, oh, well, okay, the guy's like, well, you can't have male friends. And she's like, okay, well, you can't have female friends either. She compromised how she really felt, and then she just went with it. And now that she's not in that, she's like, oh, I don't see issues, da-da-da. Oh, she said something about, she has a male friend, and she always steers to him to always tell her that she's right about a situation and stuff like that. So it's like, that friend is almost like a comfort for her, or like a little, you know, something for her.
Yeah.
Comfort.
Right,
Careful
which,
in that comfort in other
correct,
arms.
correct. So, yeah.
All right. Now let's get to it. Let's get to the meat of all of this now. Pause. So now, Cadet, we'll start with you though, because you did say you are for it. Just in, you know, you do have some speculations.
Certain
and
questions I'm asking. Yeah.
So run it to me. The people want to know. So what is the question? First of all, is this going to be like a most fellas thing, or you think this is just your take? Or
I think it's most fellas.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, I think most fellas will be on that same wavelength with me.
Run it.
But like I said, like my best friend, right? I've known her since I was 7 years old, right? 28. 21 years of friendship, never nothing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's rare. And I know that's rare, because I know how dudes move out here. You get what I'm saying? I know how females move too. So if I'm going to a situation and you tell me like, oh, this dude is my best friend, like my first questions are, did y'all ever talk? Did y'all ever have sex before? And like, if I meet him. But those are the two questions that I ask for the most part. If you say yes to either one of those, I'm not trusting it. Because basically, if y'all started talking at one point and he kind of failed, and he fell back into this role of, oh, now I'm just going to play the friend. At any moment, there's a slip up, he's slipping in. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust that. And then especially if y'all done had sex before, like, what dude you know, would you allow that? You wouldn't.
Listen, my friend,
That's
it's
not
not
happening.
about me.
I don't
Okay?
care.
It's not about me.
today.
But what? Okay, now let's kind of like dissect what you just said.
Yeah.
So basically, it comes down to, you know, how the friendship is and.
How was it created?
Okay, so.
Was it a real
The
friendship?
foundation
The layers of this friendship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it a real friendship, or it was just like, dang, I couldn't get this, so I just gonna...
And you did say meet them. So let's just say if you never met them, they're still friends. You just never met that friend.
Right. But there's sometimes, like, I'm not gonna be cool with like a one-on-one situation with this friend that I never met.
Okay,
So
it's only-
eventually you would want to meet them.
I mean, yeah,
If
but
this
I'm not
person is
friendly though,
part
so I
of
don't know how
your-
that would work for anybody. I ain't friendly.
So then, what if you just don't ever meet them and they do want to hang out with their friend?
Well, then
But
make
you're
it
not
happen.
you're not friendly.
I'll meet them if I have to, but make it happen.
So
but
you
I'm
let
not gonna be the
them hang
person
out?
to
You're
initiate
not gonna
it.
initiate it.
No, I'm not cool with the hangout if I ain't never met the person.
Okay,
I'm not
so
that
you
guy.
have to have met them in order for
Yep.
them to be close
I gotta
friends
feel your
and-
vibe. Like,
Yeah, he wants to
you know
feel
what I'm
his
saying?
vibe,
Like,
kinda.
So her friend is your friend now.
nah, I ain't that cool.
Not that friendly.
Nah, we ain't, You keep
Okay.
your friend, that's fine with me.
All right, but as long as you know the layers of the friendship.
Right, like, cause there's some friends that's like extra touchy-feely, and like, I'm not cool with that.
Okay.
Like, oh, hey, Daph, and, you know, hands all lower on the, nah, bro, nah. I gotta see all of that before
Yeah.
I let that situation just continue as a friendship.
All right, Daph, you were saying quite a few years from what he was saying. But then again, you did mention that you were more against it than you were for it. So tell me, from your perspective and maybe how the ladies would feel, how do you go about that situation?
Okay, for me, I just feel like and I think a lot of ladies would agree, a lot of us do have male friends. I do have male friends, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's almost, I don't want to step on nobody's toes. It's almost like with a woman, it's more common for her to have a guy friend and the guy wanting to be something more, kind of like what Cadet was saying.
Yeah.
So
Unless
a
you
lot
ugly.
of time.
So you saying the women never or really don't initiate the next step? It's usually
Sometimes
the
they do. Sometimes they do, but it's very rare. You know what I mean? I know a lot of women are uncomfortable with their men having girls as friends because a lot of times, I'm gonna just be honest, ladies, we're very sneaky. So girls can kind of slither their way into different things, kind of tempt a man.
I'm glad you
It's
was
just,
able to admit that on camera.
I'm just being honest. We
Appreciate
could
that.
tempt a man and temptation happens, whatever situations, versus like a man doing it, he could try to throw himself at a woman, but I feel like she's a little bit more sturdy and standing her ground, kind of like, hey, you're in the friend
What you
zone.
trying to say is we weak as men to the flesh.
Not really, yeah.
Damn, the
That's-
booty do talk.
That's what it is.
Booty has
You know what I'm
power.
saying? Sometimes,
Yes.
like, if you have a friend and you just know she's attractive, you might not want to take it there because you respect her, but you're probably like, man, you know what I'm saying? The opportunity presented itself, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Planting
But
seeds.
it just comes down to it. People, it's just temptation. It's just like, if you guys are friends, that temptation, that window is open for possibilities to happen. That's why so many people are against it, because it's like, I don't even want my spouse, my man, or my woman to even be in that position to have that type of, like, possibility. Like, they might, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, just to avoid that, just...
Okay. Now, still with you against it right now, I've witnessed or seen that women, when in a relationship, and if the male has a girlfriend, she would try to be friends with that girl in some way of like keeping tabs. So do you think that's like one of those trust issues, or you think that's normal to try to get to know that person as a friend, just in case, you know, to get the bottom or to get the layers of that relationship?
I think it could go either way. It depends on...
Tell me from the ladies' perspective. Tell me from your perspective.
From my perspective...
Like, if you were in a relationship and your man has a girlfriend, would you be prone to wanting to know that girl as a friend in order for you to keep tabs on what's going on?
I would want to get to know her as a friend, being that now that I'm with this person, I'm kind of more open to the people he's surrounded with. So if it's like a long-term relationship, I'm going to meet your parents, I'm going to meet your siblings, you have friends, we're all hanging out for the holidays or whatever, everyone's going to be around. I think because I'm just a little bit more secure in me, that I don't feel like I need to be so up under her just to keep tabs. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is going to be exposed is going to be exposed regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm that 1%.
That 99.
Now, I have friends who would say, oh, that's your friend? Well, hey, sis, we friends too.
Right.
So I'm going to be friends with her, not because I think she's just that much of a cool person or that she's just that cool. I'm going to watch her because I know she's a female, and females know when other females are attractive. My man might slip up or she might slip up. I'm friends with her just to keep tabs. And that, ladies ain't going to like me for saying that, but a lot of women do that. See. So it depends on the individual. But majority of women will be friends with her just to keep tabs, yes.
I feel like she made a valid point with females know females.
Yes.
It's like males know males.
Correct.
Because a lot of women, when you be like, yo, that dude want to do this, that, and the third, they be like, I know him forever, he would. We saying that from a place of we know, because we men. We know
so is
men.
that why we're here, though? Is that why we're at this topic? Because, of course, opposite sex friends, you know, if we're in, of course, in a relationship with the opposite sex, you know the opposite sex. So is that why we have this security as far as that? Or
I wouldn't call it security. You have your eyes.
I think it's more of an awareness.
Right. Awareness.
You're woke. You're woke. You kind of know, like, man, I'm a woman. I know how women move. Whatever. He's a man. I know how men move. So you're on your P's and Q's about different things.
I'm gonna watch it from a distance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the minute I gotta step in there, like.
Now I've seen respectable friendships where people have been friends, like you and your friend. You guys have been friends for years. You guys never crossed that line. But when we look about, you know, talk about the vast majority, a lot of times it gets crossed.
Yeah.
So people are looking at it like, well, since so many people are crossing the line, they just did it pure. Like, listen, I don't even want to open that box.
It's a shiesty world.
So,
how healthy is it for a relationship from either perspective to not have friends that are of the opposite sex? Yeah.
I don't think it's healthy.
I don't think it's healthy. Yeah. I don't think it's healthy. I think people, I don't want to say people shouldn't, but you have to just respect the boundaries, and the other person has to, because you could date somebody, right? And you have a friend, and that friend does not respect your relationship at all. So what do you do then?
That's from a female perspective, what would you do? If that friend didn't respect that relationship, would you cut it out of respect for that person? Or do you keep that friend because you have a relationship with that person? You know it's nothing more. But however, your partner does not, it's very, it could be heading down the wrong path with that person. So what do you do from a female perspective?
I don't want to say that I would cut a friend off because of somebody I'm dating, but at the same time, if I'm just really happy in my situation and there's nothing wrong with it, and you're purposely being toxic, or you just have your own, what's the word I'm looking for? Yes, and you're just trying to crush it. At that point, it's not even about the relationship. You're trying to damage me as a friend because I'm happy in this space. Why are we friends? Because you're not making my happiness a priority. So now you're forcing me to cut you off. not because you're ruining my relationship. I'm not cutting you off because who I'm dating. I'm cutting you off because you're not putting me in a good place. You're trying to take me out of a good place. Right. So what are we friends for?
I agree with that. I mean, I had a situation where, like, one of my female friends, like, I'm Haitian. So, you know, the Haitian culture, like, you know, women are more prone to, like, hey, want me to fix your plate?
Yeah.
They're more nourishing.
Boy, that plate.
That plate got me in trouble, dog. Like, I didn't think nothing of it. Like, that's the thing. Guys be oblivious sometimes to the opposite sex. That's our homegirls. So we ain't looking at things that she might do that, like, a female would see as,
like,
she like you, or she doing too much. So you fix the plate, man, I had to deal with that forever. And it got to the point, like you said, like, because I know my friendship, I wasn't ready to dead that. It was just like, bro, like, it's not like that.
Right, you knew her motive, that she wasn't purposely trying to be spiteful to whoever you was dealing with, and be like, look, I'm about to make him a play right in front of his lady. You know what
I'm finna bend over right in front of him.
Correct, but guess what? There's women who do that. Like, that over there, his girl over there, this is my perfect time to go ahead and make him play, kind of look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on the person. You know your friends, so you know their mindset and all that, so.
Okay, I have more as far as things for us to talk about. However, I want to know, like, category of friends, right? That word can be thrown out very loose, right? Friends. Now, let's put social media into this perspective and discussion. If that person is just your friend on social media, you never met them, never had interaction with them, but however, they interact on social media with you, and they're, like, sending you DMs, and you guys build a friendship. And then now you're in a relationship, and that person is still kind of, like, in that same motive of, like, talking as friends, but your person that you're dealing with does not like that. So how do you attack that? Because that's a different friends level.
I don't know, I just feel like if it's somebody I don't know and we're just talking on social media, like, there's not much of a foundation. Yes, we're cool. There's
no foundation, though?
I mean,
I have to tell a story.
I feel like if we haven't like hung out,
but that
I just feel like, okay, when you're friends with somebody, you don't just meet them, you become friends.
So you don't consider the people on social media your friends?
I would consider people I'm cool on social media more of an associate. My friends are people that I've been through things, who I've built loyalty with, I've built love for, you know, different experiences. I can call this person my friend.
But would you think that could go further, though, as the person on social media?
It could potentially. But, see, it's just iffy because your spouse or whoever you're dealing with is going to be looking like, okay, well, you don't even know this person in real life. So it's always going to come off kind of, like, uneasy to whoever, because it's like, it could flourish into something more and more and more. Your spouse is gonna be like, I needed to, like, stop right here. So your question is, do you cut it? It's like,
what about you?
It's like, how serious?
So we in a new time where, like, people go to the club and, like, they don't be like, oh, let me get your number. They be like, oh, what's your IG? You know what I'm saying? Because you could learn somewhat a lot more from a person's social media. I mean, it's still up to them what they put out, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you can see how they dress. You can see if she actually has a booty. You can see, you know.
This all you care about is the booty?
Booty's a beautiful thing, man.
Oh,
I know you can't answer it on camera, but it's okay.
Ladies,
anyway,
the ones looking for Cadet, make sure you have a booty.
Please.
He likes booty.
We don't do pancakes. Anyway, but no, I'm just saying, like, so I feel like social media become like the foundation. So saying that, oh, it's a friendship off of social media, it can turn into something else. Because, like, if you're having a constant conversation with this person all the time and, like, you having, like, a genuine, good conversation, even though you never met the person, it can grow into something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so does that kill your argument where if they had sex and if they talk, so they can still have that social media friend? Because they never had sex, they never... Well, we'll be right back.
Because the initial...
Right before we get into it.
Yeah, let me park my
What we're going to do now is we're going to give you guys an update of the things that happened last week, whether it be music or in the entertainment world, all right? We're going to go to our newsfeed segment with Elaine, and then we'll be right back, okay? See you guys soon.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Annie. Now, you are watching your weekly fix. Let's jump right into the newsfeed. So, scrolling through my newsfeed, I see here that Killer Mike has come out with a documentary series called Trigger Warning with Killer Mike. It's a documentary series that he challenges on cultural taboos and societal expectations. One of my favorite episodes was when he united the Crips and the Bloods. Yes, you heard that right. When he united the Crips and the Bloods to market their own products and unite together. So if you haven't watched it yet, please go check it out. And if you have, leave some comments below and let's talk about it. So I also see here on my newsfeed that J. Cole has been teasing us on his Instagram account about releasing a single. And now last week, the track Middle Child has finally came out. So it is said, not confirmed yet, that it might come out in his compilation album, Revenge of the Dreamers 3. So if you heard the track already, let us know in the comments below what you think about it. And if you're excited about the new album coming out, also drop your comments below. So thank you guys for watching, and we really appreciate your support for The Fix. This has been Lenny with your weekly fix. That wraps it up. Until next time.
This segment was brought to you by Dreams Geometry. Are you tired of doing social media marketing without any results? Contact Dreams Geometry Social Media Marketing Agency today. They can help you find the best angle to reach your customers and help grow your business. Contact them today at info@dreamsgeometry.com.
Thank you, Elaine, for that update. And welcome back to The Fix, guys. So if you're watching it on Facebook Live or if you're watching on YouTube, please use the hashtag Let's Talk About It in the comments or in your actual post so you can interact with what these guys are saying. So what Daph is saying and what Cadet's saying. So if you guys want to give your perspective on what you think about opposite sex friends and relationship, please use the hashtag and let us know, okay? Now, we want to also thank the viewers out there from Lauderdale and Miami. Thank you guys for watching. And, of course, the Orlando people. Thank you guys for tuning into The Fix. We appreciate it. Now, we're back into our topic, and we're back with our panelists. So now, we're going to ask some questions. So I know your stance and your stance as well, but we're going to ask some questions that basically if any of the person in a relationship would answer yes to these questions, no, it could be a red flag for that relationship. So I want to hear your take and your take as well. First question. Is your partner unaware of your opposite sex friendship? So if your partner is not aware, where does that fall in?
You're trying to hide something.
Definitely.
Period.
For real, I agree with that one.
With the T.
All right. Would you behave differently around your friend if your partner were present?
No, you shouldn't have to. Because I feel like your spouse, I shouldn't say spouse, your partner and your friend, they both should know who you are. So as soon as you started acting weird between either one of them should be like, why you acting like that? If they really know you.
I don't think you can act the same because there's going to be some inside jokes that your partner won't understand.
So if they act differently, that shouldn't be
but that's just jokes. But acting completely different, as in like your persona
I'm a
just
goofy person.
and then all of a sudden, like why?
Keep the peace, man. You gotta switch it up sometimes.
All right. Would you feel comfortable if your partner had the same quality of friendship with someone of the opposite sex?
Same quality.
Yeah. So basically, as a woman, if you had a opposite sex friend and your partner had an opposite sex friend, would you be okay with them having the same quality of friendship you have with that person?
Yes.
With the other sex?
Why not?
I would.
I have it.
Yeah.
So why? It's just going back to the girl from the street thing. Her dude was like, "Hey, we're not gonna have friends, and you can't have them either." And that was their mutual agreement. If I have a friend and you have a friend, same qualities, why not?
I would trust him more. Your friend is. You act with your friend the same way I act with mine. I would trust him way more.
All right. Do you have a physical and or emotional attraction to your friend?
No, we shouldn't at least. This is your friend.
We're not talking about best friend. We're talking about just random females.
Close friend.
I mean, you might have friends that you know are attractive.
Yeah, we're not.
But that doesn't mean you crossing that line.
Right.
You know when you have attractive friends. You know when people are attractive, period, whether they're your friends or not.
So if a woman say yes, that's not a red flag. And if
she gave me a compliment on air.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you caught that, right?
Listen.
So no red flag if they say yes, they're attracted to that person.
Wait.
She's
admitting it? That's a red flag. Hold on.
If she's saying, "Oh yeah, I know my friend's attractive, but I ain't," that's a red flag. You want her to lie?
Nah. See, he said it differently than what you just
because
said.
what you said is that she's attracted. somebody can be attractive, but that doesn't mean you're attracted
Okay,
to them.
all right.
That's what he said.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
it's a difference.
attracted.
There's a difference. You try to get us caught up.
Nah.
There's a difference.
Yeah, man.
There's a difference.
Hey.
Ladies, there's a difference.
Y'all watch it?
Everybody.
We can acknowledge that our friend is attractive.
Yeah,
but
you
not
know when somebody's
pursue it,
attractive.
All right. Do you ever compare your partner to your friend?
Ooh, that's a big no-no. No.
Nah.
Don't do that.
I don't think I've ever even done that, to be honest.
Nah.
If you're doing that, bro, you need to grow up.
Well,
So red flag immediately.
well, I've done that before, though. Ooh. The relationship was ending. It was pretty bad. And, yeah, I have. It wasn't right, but I've done it.
You hit him with that mama. You know how your mama be comparing you to other people's kids?
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Last one, guys. Last one. Do you and your friend ever exchange highly personal details about your lives or complain about your relationship to
Yes.
each other? So red flag or no red flag?
Technically, you're not supposed to, but it depends on which friend. If it's like your friend that's like your dog, that's just years that you trust with everything, yes. I have friends that I don't tell certain things to because I'm just not that comfortable.
Yeah.
But I have friends where I will tell everything to, like, listen, I'm going through this, I need this advice, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a friend you only known for like 6 months and you tell them every single thing about your relationship,
Nah.
don't do it.
It needs to be the person who knows me the most that can give me
People be
constructive.
plotting, man. They be plotting with the information.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You heard it both from both panelists. So you heard it from Cadet that represented the fellas, and then Daph who represented the ladies. All right, now we also want to hear from you guys. So please interact with us on our social media platforms as you're watching, okay? Now, we're going to step into one of our segments here. So here at The Fix, we believe in open dialogue. And with that said, we like for people to basically tell exactly how they feel about certain things. So this segment is called RIPP, meaning rest in peace, please. So you guys are going to get first take. This is a Fix original. So tune in and let us know what you guys think. So we're going to come back right after this RIPP segment.
RIP for Gucci down. I hate it. I hate all the designer down, Gucci hat, shoes, bandana, socks, do-rag. It gotta go. And the chunky shoes. It gotta go. Now that's called drip. So, RIP to drip. That's what I say.
I want to RIP you club promoters putting your flyers on my car. Oh my God. If I didn't take your flyer in the club, I'm not going to take your flyer at my car. So stop wasting your time putting it on my vehicle. RIP, please, you club promoters.
Please, fellow black people, listen. I'm tired of y'all complaining. I know we're less fortunate, but please, I'm tired of hearing everybody say, oh my God, black people have it less fortunate to do this and do that. There's so many successful black people. Like, get out there, do what you need to do, follow your dreams, and don't worry about what's going on. Please, RIP.
I'm tired of gender reveals. I'm really tired of it. We know it's either a boy or a girl. Everybody keeps saying the same thing. You're gonna either pop a balloon or what's the other one they be doing? Jump out the box. Jumping out the box and the cake. The cake. I'm tired. We don't care. We don't care. You and your baby daddy don't be together that long anyway. It's accurate. So we just tired of it. RIP. Please stop doing the gender reveals.
Welcome back to The Fix. Our topic today was opposite sex friends when it comes to being in a relationship. Both parties were uncomfortable with having opposite sex friends. However, if the relationship and the friendship stay true to itself, there shouldn't be any issues. However, if it goes outside of that, it could really cause harm to the relationship. Now I want to thank both of my panelists for being here today and discussing this topic. So Daph, thank you for being here to represent the ladies.
My pleasure.
And Cadet, thank you for being here representing the fellas. I want to thank you guys for watching, all the viewers. Watching on TATV, watching on Facebook Live, watching on YouTube, all the platforms you guys are watching. We appreciate it very much. Tune in next Monday, same time, 9 a.m. We have myself, your host, alongside my two co-hosts. So see you guys next time, okay? Thank you for watching the show.
Like